Okay, so today we're going to be doing an orienteering session, and in this session I'm going to explain to you how it works and how orienteering allows us to understand what our actions do to the environment around us. Today you're also going to be working with a partner, so you're going to be working to have good mutually beneficial relationships in our activity and make sure that you guys are working together and having fun as well. All right? You're trying to move around in this activity as quickly as possible. Okay, so once you complete one task, make sure you move on quickly to the next task and try to complete everything as fast as you can. Once you've completed everything, you're going to take this question sheet I've given you and give it back to me once it's all completed for me to check. Okay, so this is an example of what you'll be doing today. So you have your map in one hand and your activity sheet in the other. You'll notice that your activity sheet has a set of 10 questions, and each of those questions are related to one of the stations that you're going to be going to in the school park today. All right, when you get to one of the stations, so for example, if you get to station number 1, you will use the first question, question number 1, and you're going to answer that question based on the station that you've arrived at. Okay, so for example, here's station number 1 over here, and the question asks, how do the flowers planted at this station differ from the vegetation around the flowers, okay, that were planted? So here you're going to be looking at the planted flowers, and then you're going to be looking at the vegetation all around that hasn't been planted. And what I want you to do is answer a comparison between the planted flowers here and what's grown around them. So as you can see here, the planted flowers look very nice and pristine. However, they are different from what's been growing around it. And what's been growing around is actually the natural vegetation that should be here. So here you can see how us as humans, we've made an adjustment or a change for our aesthetic look, or the aesthetic looks of the area, but actually that is not what should be growing here. What should be growing in this area is the vegetation around the flowers. Okay? Any questions about that? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everybody to a different station. All right? As you can see on your papers, you have a number written there. On your papers, use that number to start at the station that I've given you. Look at the map to find out which station is where in the schoolyard. All right? And on my signal, you're going to move to those stations and wait for the whistle to get started. Okay? Let's have fun.